Hello and welcome to this Week 4 matchup. We got the Jets and Patriots kicking off momentarily. Really anticipated matchup here, the last one of this week, and everybody's excited about that. However, this is a pretty big matchup. Division rivals. Jets coming in 1-2. The home team, Patriots 2-1. Now let's start with the away team really quickly because they did start already. Justin Boyer, their quarterback, has been phenomenal this year. 1,031 yards, 8 touchdowns, 5 interceptions. And they have a good two-headed monster at the running back position with Eric Springs and Miles Sanders, both with over 100 yards. And Miles Sanders recently has been coming onto the scene. He has 9 attempts, 133 yards, and 2 touchdowns. Pretty insane. And Tyreek Hill on the receiving end, 17 receptions, 271 yards. And they also have Ken Ellsworth, who's been phenomenal as well. And we all know about their two-headed monster at the safety tandem with Derwin James and Jamal Adams, who will hit you very hard and very frequently if you try to run the ball up the middle and get to the second level. All right, and what have you seen from the Jets, Regan, this year?
I appreciate it, Kylo. The Jets, I don't got much to say, man. They're kind of trash. I beat them in like week 1 or something, week 2. I don't have the stats. I just know he's a bum. You know, he's British. What can we say? We do our best to give Josh a hard time, but on the real, he's pretty tough. I think he's got a pretty decent game plan. He knows who his playmakers are. He doesn't really trust his low-level guys because Gallup is going to be the guy he goes to play in and play out. It's a miracle he'll even get under the 33% mark. But I know that Boyer is going to do his best to carve up that secondary. The secondary is where he is weaker. He's only got the pass rush in Takk McKinley ever since trading away Jamal Adams to, ironically, the New England Patriots. For Saquon Barkley, he's hoping to see a big game out of Saquon against the New England Patriots' vaunted secondary with Jamal Adams and Derwin James.
Yeah, definitely, and they did kick off already, so we're going to tune in now and stop this pregame short. So here we go. What we missed a Patriots do get the ball first. They had a nice first down run for a first down, 1st and 10 here. They throw a corner route to the tight end with some space to the 20. 10, 5, and he is stopped just short of the 5-yard line at the 7-yard line. Boyer starting out hot. 2 plays and over 63 yards. What a start here for the Patriots.
That is a huge catch by a huge man. Ken Ellsworth, arguably the very best tight end in the league. Ellsworth went up to X Factor this last offseason, looking to make a huge impact this year.
Definitely 1st and goal. 3 tight ends to the left, Springs in the backfield. They handed 2 Springs. Springs up the gut, and nothing there. He stopped immediately. McKinley was in the backfield almost immediately, and it's only a 1-yard gain there.
And that's an underrated part of this New York defense is their run-stopping ability. If they know the run is coming, they got pretty good linebackers, and linebackers are what you need this Madden to stop the run inside.
Definitely. They have a phenomenal front 7. It is their secondary, like we talked about before. That is kind of their Achilles heel so far. And 2nd and goal. 2 wide receivers to the left, Godwin in the slot, Springs in the backfield. Boyer changes something up. 2nd and goal here at the 6-yard line. They hand it off to Springs again. Springs tries a truck, and he stopped just short at the 1-yard line. Almost nudged his way in there for a touchdown.
And that's a great audible by BBD. You see he comes out. It's not really ready for the run. He's got his man spread out to play. He's got a linebacker playing in the slot, actually. So, you don't get a touchdown, but with this offense, you got to think it's a touchdown here.
Got to think it's a touchdown. 3rd and goal at the 1. They go with the pass. He's got Ellsworth, touchdown, Patriots with pressure in his face. Boyer throws a dime to Ellsworth in the corner of the end zone.
Ellsworth is the man. He's going to get the looks on the out routes and the corner routes a lot, especially on the goal line. he is a huge target for this New England Patriots offense.
Huge target. And I think because of the back-to-back runs there, good set of play calling by the Patriots, but because of those back-to-back runs, I think the Jets were maybe a little trying to guess a little bit of that run there up the gut to Springs again, but they hit him with that quick out route, and with pressure in his face, Boyer makes a phenomenal throw.
And you got to be impressed. Boyer in his second year, he wasn't the most heralded coming out of college, but playing for the New England Patriots, as many great quarterbacks have, he's really come on strong here in this second year, making a case to be the most valuable Patriot on the field.
Most valuable Patriot. 1st and 10 here. Darnold, Barkley. Let's see what they can do here. They hand it to Barkley. Barkley to the outside. Barkley with some space. Jukes him. Still going. And is finally brought down across the 40-yard line to the 42. Nice 17-yard rush. Exactly what the Jets needed to start this game. Get Barkley going early.
That was a disgusting, man. You make a man miss like that and just stand over him. What a killer, man. That's insane.
And I believe that was Jamal Adams, who the Jets eventually had traded around and stuff, and now he's on the Patriots. But here we go, 1st and 10, man in motion. That's Herndon. They hand it to Barkley again. Barkley breaks it to the outside, still going, Jukes, and Barkley is coming out strong here. Nice little 7-yard gain, but that was a tough 7-yard gain.
You think there's bad blood between these two, man? When the offense of the Jets is on the field and the defense of the Patriots, this is where we're going to see him getting a little chippy. Chris Jones taking a shot there at the end after Barkley was already on the ground.
Definitely, it's a big, intense rivalry here. 2nd and 3, throws it to the wheel route. He's got his man Gallup. Gallup gets just walloped by Derwin James, I believe. After still gets 20 yards there. Lucky he didn't fumble. That was a huge hit.
Absolutely. You miss the hit from the first hit stick. Well, guess what? You got Big Brother behind him. Takes him down hard on the play.
Definitely does. 1st and 10. Still driving now. I formation set. Fournette in the backfield. 2 wide receivers to the left. Darnold changes something up. Hands off Fournette up the middle, and he gets hit again. Man, these Patriots between Jamal Adams and Derwin James are making a statement early in this one.
Seems like every play is a hit stick, but when you have the secondary of the Patriots, man, you can afford to just let them fly.
Definitely can. Like we briefly talked about it before the game, but between those two, I mean, you kind of just have to set your settings as conservative with running the ball and just hope he hangs on to it because they're not going to miss that tackle.
Not at all. With the super juke, you might get a little break, but not much.
Not much. 2nd and 6, and Darnold throws the out route, and nothing really going on there. Brings up a huge 3rd and 3 early in this game.
And I think the Jets have to get points on this drive. They cannot afford to go down 4 points because we know the New England Patriots offense is going to come out guns away. And going down 2 scores in a game like this can make all the difference.
3rd and 3, bunch formation to the right. Barkley in the backfield. Darnold fakes the hike. He's still changing something up. Doesn't like what he sees. Takes the snap now. He's looking to the out route. He's got his man Gallup. What a huge conversion. Quick 1-2 read there. What a throw and catch by Michael Gallup and Sam Darnold.
And one of Darnold's superstar abilities that's kind of underrated is he's got I think it's train conductor or something, or maybe it's just called conductor. He makes those hot routes and audibles twice as fast as other quarterbacks.
Yeah, definitely catches defenses off guard. Barkley breaks a tackle, gets to the outside, and he's going to walk in for a touchdown. A little bit of showboating afterwards, might as well. What a run there by Barkley.
Oh, yeah, that's the Euros calling card. A little bit of a celly there at the end. You got to love to see it, man. They'll have a lot of fun out here. And Barkley draws blood for the first time on that New England Patriots defense.
And it kind of looked like I thought he was going to get brought down when it looked like he had a huge hole there to start that, but he's able to get off of that wimpy tackler and walk in for a touchdown. Turn on the afterburn. What a run there by Barkley.
Love to see it, man. Strong running, breaking through men like a hot knife through butter or something.
All right, if that's what you want to call it. But here they are. Patriots now throwing 26, 7-7 in this first quarter. A lot of action so far. A lot of big hits. Already some scoring drives. What do you think the Patriots need to do to keep this drive going?
I think the pass to the tight end has been very good for them this game. I think you got to go to the tight end here, and I think they'll do it early, often, always. I mean, they know they have a stud here in this tight end, so they're going to hit him as much as they can.
Play action fake. Boyer with time, looking deep. Oh, what a catch! What a catch by number 84. And it looked like that was covered too. I believe that's Tyreek Hill, right?
That is Tyreek Hill, and you hate to see it. That is Jordan Lashley, the second year man. Can't remember what college he came out of, but he was in the draft last year. Came out, and this is his second year. Had a pretty good year, and actually kind of prompted Josh to trade away Adams and bring in Barkley. That's one where you really do miss having Jamal Adams back there covering you deep.
Definitely. Jamal Adams wouldn't miss a play like that. 1st and 10. They hand it to Spring. Spring with some space. Jukes and is finally brought down. An 11-yard scamper by Springs. And this Patriots team, one chunk play after another.
Just driving, driving, driving. I don't see a single play where this defense of the Jets has actually stopped them. Ironically, until the goal line. The goal line, they made it almost a stand, but failed on 3rd down.
1st and 10. 3 tight ends to the right. Boyer with time. He's looking for Ellsworth. Ellsworth is going to walk in for a touchdown. Nearly uncontested. Was able to shrug off that safety there.
And that's the weight room, man. You got to bulk up. You can't just go for hit sticks if you don't have it in your arsenal. That's a corner that was way out of his weight range.
Way out of his weight range. You just got to try and do some kind of conservative tackle or go down low. But it's tough against a tight end like Ellsworth. I mean, it's just a mismatch. He's in open field there. One man to beat, and it's a small corner. He's going to get into the end zone.
No doubt. And, man, big old tight end wins that matchup every time.
You got to wonder, when these chunk plays are going to come to an end. I mean, the Jets have to try and change something. These guys play each other every year. They got to try and change something to stop these chunk plays and give their defense a chance.
You really do. Something's got to change. You got to try to switch something up. That Patriots offense might be too good to stop.
It might be just a battle to see if the Jets can try and keep up. But eventually these safeties, as you see, Derwin James gets a huge hit on Ebron, are going to make it some kind of turnover here. It's just inevitable with their enforcer abilities. 1st and 10.
Yeah, they average together at least one a game.
I formation going to the slant route to Gallup. Gallup gets hit again. It seems like every play it's either James or Adams getting these hits off.
It really is. Nick and VBD, they call it the big dick hit stick. It's the BDHS. Man is a weapon back there. Have 2 of them? No. Turn the lights out. Go home.
Yeah, every side of the field, the sidelines, the middle, everything's covered by them. Eventually you're going to get hit by them no matter where you go. Even if it's a big chunk play, they're going to be back there and they're going to hit you hard.
Exactly. And if say you manage to break through on a run, you get into the second level, well, surprise, you got 2 hit stickers waiting for you.
And that's how a lot of the Patriots turnovers happen. They just those big hit sticks, and you're not ready for it because you get to the second level. You don't have a lot of moves left. You'll maybe have one juke move left before you get walloped by them, or at least try to have to contest with one of them.
Exactly. Or you're coming off a juke, because that's the problem is typically you just hit a juke and then you look up and you've got a huge hit sticker right in your face. Exactly. There's nothing you can do about it, because when you're juking, that's when you're more likely to fumble the football, at least in Madden. And so once you make that one cut and you got the man in your face, and usually that's when the ball goes on the turf.
Exactly. And huge 3rd and 3 here. Another big 3rd down for this Jets team at plus territory. Shotgun set, tight formation. Barkley in the backfield. 3rd and 3. Here they go. Darnold with time. Throws to the drag route. He's got a man with some space. And I think he just tried to stiff arm Jamal. No, okay, it was Reese. I thought he just tried to stiff arm Jamal Adams. I was wondering what he was doing.
Yeah. Not the smartest move, but he sees it's the smaller corner and sticks out an arm to try and stop him. That is Jordan Lashley. Lashley plays on the defense. There's Jordan Lashley on this team and Jordan Lashley. Very funny duo, those 2.
Indeed. And Gallup almost gets a hand on that. I'm not sure what Darnold saw there. Not really open. Throws into triple coverage, and Gallup is lucky to get a hand on there and bat it down almost as it brings up a 2nd and 10.
Yeah, that's just a quarterback trying to make a play. You see your playmaker open in the back corner of the end zone. You toss it up there, hope he can make a play over the DB, but it's double coverage, and the defense was not fooled and make the stop.
Not fooled at all. And what we missed there is he had a mid-level in route there that was wide open with about 10 yards down the field. He probably could have thrown it to it much easier, but made the bad read in 2nd and 10 coming up, shotgun set, and they hand it to Barkley. Barkley is stopped almost immediately, and he's been stopped pretty much this entire drive. Hasn't made much of an impact on this drive, but they're able to move the ball still. But a huge 3rd and 8 coming up. They got to try and score points here.
That's a fantastic play by the slot corner. Coming in, making a hard tackle and run support. You love to see that from your corners when they come up and stop the run.
Yeah, and you had a blocker on him. He had to block shed and then make that tackle too. You don't really see that a lot from slot corners.
No, that's tough. That's effort. As a coach, you love to see it.
Love to see it. 3rd and 8, spread formation. Barkley to his right, and they get him the jump. Oh, Chris Jones brings up another 3rd and 3. It just seems like these Jets are accustomed to these short yardage 3rd and 3 some way or another.
Well, we just mentioned what coaches love. You love seeing the effort. That is something a coach absolutely does not love. They hate seeing that. Do not want to see your veteran D tackle jump off sides. You just want to go out there and grab him by the face mask and ask, "What the heck are you doing, son?"
Definitely. What the heck was he doing there? And 3rd and 3, bunch formation to the right. Makes this a much more manageable 3rd down. Darnold drops back. He's got pressure in his face almost immediately, and he is brought down for the sack. That is Khalil Mack getting in there. Old, but not done yet, and that'll bring up a short field goal attempt here after they force him to a 4th and 13.
One of the many seemingly ageless wonders in the XCFL. He joins an elite group of Aaron Donald, names like Von Miller, who eventually retired at age 35. These guys, 33 plus, they're still getting it done.
Still getting it done. He was not even touched. It was like the lineman didn't even want to try and block him. He was going right for that quarterback with or without a blocker on him.
Absolutely, just going straight through. Man was not. He did not pass go. He went straight to jail. No pausing, nothing. Did not collect $200. Straight to the quarterback.
Monopoly reference. All right then. As it brings up a 1st and 10. If the Patriots score a touchdown, another touchdown on this drive, just like they did in the last one, they just kind of had their way with the defense. I don't know if the Jets are going to be able to come back. The Patriots defense is too good if you put yourself in a hole this early.
And we'll see if the Patriots, if they keep the foot on the gas or if they ease up a little bit and know that they can just get a field goal here and maintain the 7-point lead. Sometimes you see that from an offense. They know they got points and they step back a little.
Yeah, they step back a little, but usually they think they might try and put their foot on the pedal, and sometimes they do try and put their foot on the pedal and results in a turnover. Just completely changes the dynamic of this game, of a game. But 1st and 10 here, staying in the shotgun. Hill in the slot, Harry out wide to the right. Boyer changing some stuff up. Sanders gets the ball with some space on the inside zone, spins, and is finally brought down to the Jets' 46-yard line. Another chunk play by this Patriots offense.
And one of the sources of frustration, I think, that kind of fueled some beef between these two teams is Saquon Barkley wore number 26 proudly when he donned the navy and red. And minute he's out, they bring in Miles Sanders, give him the number 26 of Saquon Barkley. Seemed like a little bit of a disrespectful move, almost like, well, guess what? You're not really worth anything to us. We can go out and find somebody that does the exact same thing. And there it is, a huge run.
Definitely. And finally do the exact same thing, and then they just built their team in other areas. Their team is so stacked right now with Sanders and Springs. They just really have a two-headed monster at the running back position.
Two-headed monster at running back, two-headed monster at wide receiver, two-headed monster at safety. Man, I'm starting to think they need a two-headed quarterback or something. Holy cow!
They need some kind of two-quarterback set or something. All right,
for real.
2nd and 1, trips to the left. Sanders staying in the backfield. They're just going to run this ball. Run the ball right up the middle here, get their yardage, get in field goal range. And there it is, Sanders right up the middle there. Saw that coming. And he's down, though. Ooh, this could be big. Sanders is down.
A big deal. That is a very big deal for this Patriots offense. They do have a two-headed monster, though, at running back, but we're going to see if Springs can still handle the same workload with extended reps.
First and 10. Jets showing blitz. And here comes the angle route to Springs, and he gets hit hard right away there. Ooh, Bruce Sternum and Miles Sanders will not return in this game, and let's see how that affects this Patriots offense. Might be the break that this Jets team needed.
Yeah, on that last play, we saw the mid blitz, a real popular blitz here in this XCFL. You got to wait just a second longer, but he didn't have it because he had the angle route. If he had just waited, if he had a split second longer in the pocket, it would have been absolutely wide open against man coverage. But he threw it just a second before he wanted to, and it results in an incompletion.
That's just the effect of Sanders being out. He was the receiving back, and he's a little bit quicker out of those cuts. And with him out, Springs is good. He'll be all right for them in the passing game, but he won't be the same. He won't be able to make those cuts as quickly. And now they're in a 3rd and 8. So this drive that started off so well because of the Sanders injury is now fallen to the wayside. Big 3rd and 8 coming up. Empty set. Boyer going deep. Oh my goodness, these safeties. Wow, what a catch by Springs, but what a terrible, terrible play by number 25 on the Jets.
It's like Springs heard us. He said, "Sir, did you just say I can't catch the football? Well, congratulations. Watch this. I'm going to snag one over 2 guys."
Over 2 guys, but it looked like Sherman was there for an interception, or at least to bat it away there. Really terrible play. They just kind of stood there, and you really hate to see it because it was covered, but unable to get a hand in there. And that was Springs reaping the benefits. 1st and goal now. Bunch set. They hand it to Springs again. Springs is just stopped immediately by McKinley.
And there's the man, Tack McKinley. Haven't called his name much today. I wonder if he's been making adjustments to his side, trying to block more. Because he has been having to blitz to get pressure, it seems. McKinley hasn't been making the impact that we usually expect, but he tends to warm up a little bit late game.
Late game or in long 3rd down attempts. You know, they really just haven't seen much situations like that. They've been moving the ball consistently and haven't been forced to, stand in the pocket for a long time. 2nd and goal. Oh, what a hit there by C.J. Mosley. Just throws Springs down to the ground. Now that'll bring us to the 2-minute warning. Another 3rd and goal at the 1.
Who needs Jamal Adams? You got hit stickers like Mosley and Lashley. They'll lay the boom on you.
They'll lay the boom, but it's not as consistent as Jamal Adams. I think this defense is missing Jamal Adams greatly, at least just in the safeties, just how poorly their safeties have been playing so far.
They don't play the ball the same. I'd 100% agree.
3rd and goal, trips to the left. No one on the slot receiver, Hill. Let's see if Boyer figures that out and tries to target him. And they're going to call a timeout here. Wow. I thought they had that slot route open. They could just throw a quick seam and easy touchdown, but they called a timeout. Didn't like what they saw.
It seemed like to me, VBD, a lot of his audibles actually switched the formation. So he might have not wanted to move the formation at all, but all his passes flipped up the formation. So that might have been why he called a timeout.
3 tight ends to the right. Power set here. 3rd and goal. They're going to run the ball up the middle to Springs, and he's stopped. There's Tack McKinley. Wow, what a stop there. And Jets will call a timeout, and unless they go for it, that'll keep this game within 7 points if they make it.
Seemed kind of like a panic move by Springs. He did have a little bit of a cutback lane there. I thought I saw a seam going to the left side off center, but he decides to kind of try and run behind his offensive lineman, and that's where Tack McKinley is so dangerous. He slides right back in behind him and makes the tackle.
And what a stop there. This goal line defense has really come up big here early in this game. Keeps us within 7 points when the offense for the Patriots has been reeling. And here we go. A huge return. Oh my good. 84 to the 30 to the 20, 10, 5 touchdown. And just like that, this game is going to be all tied up.
Jordan Lasley, man, what can I say about this kid? I mean, the Ravens cut him in, I think, the first season of the XCFL. Josh sees something in him and picks him up and turns this kid into a nice little quiet star in the XCFL. Been a really good number 2 to
Michael Gallup.
Yeah, Michael Gallup. How could I space his name? Yeah, but Michael Gallup, great number 2, great running mate, and there it is in the special teams as well, making a huge play.
Well, he's got really good running ability. You know, he has good vision and whatnot. He's able to utilize him in some kind of jet sweeps here and there sometimes, but he's got the speed, and we saw it there in that return. He's really just a really good, utility player for this Jets team.
That's really the type of player that the Jets covet at receiver. They want guys that can catch the football, can catch it in traffic, can run routes, kind of a little bit of everything. Not really a one-trick pony at all that you in order to be a Jets receiver.
1st and 10. Boyer throws into traffic, almost intercepted there by Mosley. That'll bring up his only his second incompletion of the day, but he's lucky it doesn't come away with an interception.
Seems like about 4 Jets had a chance at that pick, but not a single one of them wanted it. They watched the ball flutter up in the air and kind of thought about what they wanted for dinner after this game instead.
Yeah, this Jets secondary is really killing them right now. That should have been an interception. And the other one, that deep fly route to Springs really should have been an interception as well. But so far, the secondary is just kind of standing there when the ball's coming their way. 2nd and 10, trips to the left. Boyer steps back. He's running out of time. Throws it to the drag route. And again, lucky not to be intercepted. Mosley was right there.
And again, you need these veterans to step up. You trade a guy, that's actually Dante Jackson, traded from the Patriots, or not the Patriots, the Panthers, and you want to see him make a play there. You know, he's in great man coverage. It gives the linebacker a chance to react, and it does absolutely nothing on the play. It's a huge, huge letdown for this Jets team.
3rd and 7, looking to Ellsworth, and he drops the ball. Oh, Ellsworth looked like he had the possession animation, but you really expect Ellsworth to make that kind of catch in traffic.
That's what it does. That's his bread and butter, man. Like any kind of possession catch, 9 out of 10 times, Ellsworth is coming down with it. Even if he's in traffic, I know it's kind of an iffy throw because he is in traffic, but he's usually going to take those catches in. So I don't blame Boyer at all for trying to get it to his man there. Sometimes you just got to take that shot.
And Lasley with a huge return there. And just like that, in about 30 seconds of game time, this game has completely flipped in momentum. And this is a tie game now. Jets with the ball in really good field position. If you're the Patriots, you're feeling a little nervous right now.
I am. You're on enemy soil. You've got to get the momentum back. You came out strong, shut this crowd up. And then one little field goal, like I said, sometimes you can take the foot off the gas. You can get that field goal, get that touchdown lead. I feel like they went a little bit conservative there on that one offensive drive.
Maybe in 1st and 10, play action fake. Darnold with all the time in the world throws it to the post route and a huge catch. Is that Lasley again? It is.
It's Jordan Lasley.
Lasley with another huge play. He's putting this Jets team on his back right now. Brings us to the 23-yard line. Jets not utilizing their timeout. Still 2 left. Plenty of time to try and punch this in for a touchdown. And they hand it to Barkley. Oh, Barkley hit hard there by Derwin James.
Have we said his name at all today? I don't know. I feel like he hasn't really made an impact, old Derwin James. Has he hit stick to anybody? I can't recall.
I mean, honestly, besides for that Lasley catch, it's been about every play, either Derwin James or Jamal Adams. Mostly Derwin James, though, as he gets another one there. 2nd and 8, trips to the left. Darnold takes the snap. He's looking. He's got time. Still got time. Throws it over the middle and throws a strike. And will they try and get up and spike it? They're not. They're just going to call play normally at the third. Okay, now they call their timeout. So they call their timeout at the 13-yard line. 17 seconds left. Couple shots to the end zone here, but as long as they don't turn it over, they have a good field goal shot here.
Absolutely, and to come into half up 3 points and getting the ball back after half, you got to love where you're at if you're a fan.
1st and 10, they throw it to the end zone. It's Gallup, tries to go up there and make a play, but it's knocked away, incomplete. 13 seconds left.
I think you like the shot there. Amos, he's number 40, no name corner on your number 1 receiver in single coverage. I'm taking that shot every time.
Definitely. You never know if Gallup's going to come down with it in the end zone there. Darnold taking his time, surveying the defense. Now takes the snap. He's looking to the end zone. Almost intercepted. Oh, and it's caught! It's caught by Ebron. Oh, my goodness. Has momentum swung their way. Wow.
What a play by the veteran Ebron. Coming over in free agency last year. He's a huge player. He played for the 49ers the year before, and he's a veteran tight end that knows all the tricks of the trade. Might be showing Ellsworth a thing or two on the little tip drill catch.
Tip drill catch, and Darnold is so lucky there. One, for holding onto the ball so long in that kind of situation. We don't have any timeouts. A sack there, and the drive's over. You don't get any points, so you got to be able to get rid of the ball. Oh, and 44 almost takes that to the house. Looked like he had some space there. 2 seconds left. Hail Mary territory right here, but Darnold, holding on to the ball so long. If he gets sacked there, that's it. That's the half. But he's able to stand in there. He throws I wouldn't call it a strike, but he throws a jump ball, I'll say, to Gallup. He thought he had him open in the end zone. He's lucky it's not intercepted. It turns out to be a touchdown, but to Eric Ebron.
Yeah, the guy that on the kick return just then was Kyle Juszczyk. Really kind of funny. You wanted to see him get a little bit of space there from the defender, but he's up there in years. He's about 34 years old. Maybe in his younger days he could have, but not in that time.
Not in that time. And what a change of events here. Jets are going to get the ball back now, up 7 points after being down by 7, and all the momentum was on the Patriots side just about maybe 5 minutes ago in the second quarter. But here they are. Jets made some turnovers. They made some big plays. You just got to kind of think that maybe they're just going to run away with this one. You thought it was going to be the Patriots, but the Jets have really come on strong late in that second quarter.
And you love to see it if you're a Jets fan. I know in New York they're probably getting a little turnt right now, trying to enjoy this 7-point lead while they have it. Jets have had a little bit of heartbreak and disappointment the last couple of years after the Super Bowl win. But Coach Josh looking to turn things around this season.
Definitely, and this is huge right now. But, still a lot of game left. And the way Derwin James and Jamal Adams have been playing, they're due to make a fumble happen or some kind of turnover happen here. And maybe it'll come 2nd and 12 now after that 2-yard loss. Not the way you want to start a drive here. Shotgun set. Barkley to his left. And they hand it to Barkley. Barkley with some space and is able to get about 4 yards there. Make this a 3rd and medium. But still, this is a big 3rd down. Stop here, and you might, maybe momentum starts to swing back towards the Patriots. You never know. You just want to get some kind of drive going here. You don't want it to stop with a 3 and out.
Yeah, it makes sense. You hand it off to Saquon, get a few yards, and see what happens. He gets him into a 3rd and 8, which is a lot more manageable. And we'll see what they do on 3rd.
3rd and 8. Barkley and Ebron in the backfield. Darnold takes a snap. He's got time. He's looking over the middle to Barkley. Barkley with a nice catch there. Able to pull it down with some traffic behind him for a 1st down. Barkley is making some plays here in the passing game now and has made tons of plays in the running game so far.
Oh, traffic behind him. That's an understatement. He had Derwin James closing with a fury, and Derwin James misses on the hit stick underneath. It's a good time for the possession catch there because that man would have absolutely been destroyed.
And another possession catch is Gallup just slides down with that one as Derwin James was keying in on him now. Huge 1st down there as it brings it to the 47 of the Patriots.
Yeah, Jamal Adams kind of bearing down. You got these 2 safeties. It's unfortunate. We all joke about the possession catch, but man, against these safeties, I don't blame you because you stay
up. What
up.
else are you gonna do?
Yeah, you got to take what you can get and get the heck down. It's almost better to go down or use the little lay down animation. I'm just like, oh yeah, I'm going down. Not taking a hit from those 2. No sir.
No, not at all. And when I played the Patriots, after getting hit maybe 2 or 3 times in the first drive, I was like, I'm just putting it on conservative and hoping my guys hang on or I'll just give up. It's not worth trying to get extra yardage against them because they will make you fumble really easily. We've seen them with the big hits here. It's just so easy for those 2 back there to get across the field and make those plays.
Yes, sir. And you got to be smart. You see those 2 hit stickers coming at you. You cannot like that. See? Wow.
What a catch there. But another possession catch. Ebron with the 1st down. And he's lucky another time where these safeties are just a little late there on that hit. And Ebron is lucky because he was standing up there. Just Jamal Adams kind of laid off because he was going down to the ground.
It's one of the only counters against that hit stick coming down is the possession catch. It's like when they possession catch, it's almost like the defense can't hit them. They can make a play on the ball, but it's almost like the receiver is not able to get hit. It's an interesting thing.
Oof, an unfortunate run there as Barkley had some space there on that Wildcat counter after a nice juke move, but he stumbles a little bit, is unable to get back under his feet and get going again. It's a gain of 1 there, but he had a lot of space.
This is one of the few backs that I think I would actually try the super juke with. You see the two, and I know he's had a few decent runs. If you have the space against these safeties, I think you go ahead and whip it out because this man, there's no better back in the XCFL than making them miss than this man right here, Saquon Barkley.
And he has good carrying rating, so maybe he'll hang on to one of those as a nice. Oh, and a juke move kills him there. He had the first down, but he tries the juke and get extra yardage, and he goes back a few yards, and that'll take away the forward progress, and he now brings up a 3rd and 2.
Me and my buddies that play Madden together, we call it unnecessary sauce, and we have a lot of respect for each other. If you're able to throw in some unnecessary sauce on a play, it's like bro props. You're like, all right, props. That was pretty good unnecessary sauce on that play, but it hurt him there.
Definitely hurt him there, and what would have been a first down brings up a 3rd and 2. Another short yardage attempt for these Jets and see if they can convert. Another tight formation. Darnold with time, looking over to the middle. What a throw in traffic there. Another one as Gallup brings it down. What a tight window to throw that ball with pressure in his face.
Yeah, the pressure was Khalil Mack. The tight end didn't even try to block him. He just went for the legs, and Khalil saw it coming, jumped over him, and was in Darnold's face. It's a miracle that Darnold even got that pass off.
Definitely. An I formation set. Fournette in the backfield now. Jets have a nice drive going to start this half. 2 wide receivers to the left. Play clock is ticking. Jets taking their time. And they throw to the slant route. Oh, it almost gets away from that. Cornerback was Tiller, but still gets the first down. I thought he almost had a touchdown there if he had a little bit more speed.
That's a great read by Josh. He sees the obvious blitz. And it's kind of one of those things with Conductor. He does have the ability to go ahead, call the quick audible, and then snap it, because most quarterbacks, you will have enough time to go ahead and change your defense if you see them audible because they know it's.
Oh, my goodness. And Jamal Adams, surprisingly, just gets trucked by Barkley. We talk about him being the best back in the game, and he shows it there. He does not care about any enforceability there and just trucks Jamal Adams and brings it in for a touchdown after they missed the extra point. But a huge touchdown drive there makes this a 13-point lead.
I'm absolutely floored. I have never seen a truck, much less like a super truck, because I've used super truck multiple times against Patriots. Both of those safeties, not a single one. Every time, Clausen just got railed. So I don't know. Maybe patch something. There was a Madden update. I wonder if they've nerfed Enforcer a little bit. I wonder if we'll start to see something here in the middle of this season.
I don't know, though, because the way Derwin James was hitting them and stuff, the way these safeties have been playing, I haven't really seen a difference in their play until that hit right there. And, Barkley doesn't even have, phenomenal trucking ability. He's an elusive back. He does the super juke and everything else, but definitely not trucking. And I'm surprised he even went for the truck there, but it worked out for him.
Yeah, it was a questionable call by Josh, but Josh is a questionable dude. He does what he wants. He says, you know what? Damn the consequences. You see it with these Euros. They're a man to themselves.
And so far this game, it's been working for them as they're up, enjoying a 13-point lead after a nice stop on the screenplay, 2nd and 10. Towards the end of the third, Patriots have to make something happen now. Man in motion, that's Harry. With time, Boyer, wild throw to Harry. Almost intercepted because it was so wild. Brings up another 3rd and long, and a 3-and-out here. The momentum is so much in the Jets' favor right now. The Patriots need one of those chunk plays they had in the first quarter to get this thing going again.
100%, man. You want to see Boyer pull it together, and it's not what you want to see from you.
And Godwin on the slant route. Mosley was waiting for him, knew it was coming, just lays the hammer on him, lays the wood down, and knocks him down on the ground, gets up, clenches his arms, and man, what a hit by Mosley in a big spot.
I will not lie, Kylo. That hit took my breath away. I was in the middle of my sentence, and I'm a little bit ahead of you in the stream. I saw that come up, and I just didn't. I was like, because, you saw it coming from a mile away, but man, he tried the possession catch and just got smacked. What a defensive play there. You love to see it from your starting middle linebacker, C.J. Mosley.
Definitely, and it's been, Mosley has made some good plays here. Some huge plays so far. He's one of the quieter stars on this Jets defense and really is coming to their own here since Adams has been moved. And he makes a huge play there. 1st and 10, toss to Barkley. Barkley is stopped in the backfield, tries to get around this man, and Barkley's down. Oh, what a hit. If he's out for the game or an extended period of time, that is going to be absolutely devastating for this Jets team.
Devastating indeed. That man has been the workhorse this game, trucking the hit stickers, the one guy that you have that you can count on to make plays for you.
Well, he's got 2 touchdowns in this game, and as Adams knocks it away, it brings up a long third and 14, and Barkley is going to be okay, just a bruised shoulder, but if you're the Jets, you might want to sit him for this possession, or at least for this play here. Do not want Barkley to be out for any kind of extended period of time.
Not at all. And Darnold, you did see him get the dead eye. He does have pocket dead eye, which is very clutch. The guy gets to sit in the pocket, and if his feet are planted, he's going to be dead eye on all throws, which you saw it there.
Saw it there, but saw it to the wrong receiver as that was not open at all in double coverage. And here it is open to number 88 for a first down up the seam there. Nice throw there by Sam Darnold.
Pocket dead eye might be one of the most important traits for a quarterback like Darnold. It doesn't have a lot of wheels, but ironically, I've heard Josh has been messaging me what he needs to do with Darnold to get him the little speed boost. And he'd have to be up to X Factor and Improviser. Improviser is the key.
Interesting. And that'll give him speed boost.
Yes, sir. It's Improviser. Well, Improviser or Scrambler.
Ooh, and there's the big hit that they've been looking for, and this fumbles the ball. Not even sure if he really caught it, but Michael Gallup with the seam route had the ball for a second and just gets laid out by Derwin James there.
We are absolutely going to see the red flag come out from Josh. You know, the first moment he saw it, he's like, "That's not a catch. He didn't make a football move. He didn't have 2 steps." We'll see what the box says upstairs, and it appears he didn't even decide to challenge.
It might not have been available for him.
It might not have, yes, but it's unfortunate. He might have been reaching for, in real life, you can pretty much challenge anything. He he must have reached for the real life equivalent would be reaching for your red flag and realizing you left it on the table in the locker room at halftime.
Yeah, and I don't know. It's a shame because that definitely wasn't a catch. You've seen those plays happen before where they just drop the ball and call it incomplete, but for some reason it's a fumble. But to the Patriots' favor, as this will bring us to the end of the third quarter after this play. All the time in the world, and almost throws an interception after a wild throw to one of the slant routes. But that'll be the end of the third quarter. Patriots down 13 with the ball in plus territory after that huge turnover by Derwin James.
And it's funny because I almost said in the last drive, well, I think they might have nerfed Enforcer because we haven't seen a lot of fumbles this game. But sure enough, there's a huge fumble, and that might change the flow and the momentum in this game.
And a huge hit there. But, of course, the running back Springs, who was terrible catching, doesn't fumble on that angle route after a huge hit by 44. But that's just the way the game is with possession catch sometimes. Huge hit there by Jordan Lashley.
That's the man, Jordan Lashley. The two, Lasley and Lashley law firm. He's a little bit of the weaker one right now. Hasn't been making the plays that his cohort has.
1st and 10. Here's the play to Ellsworth. I thought he was throwing to the angle route. Throws it over the top to Ellsworth, and the Patriots are now driving, trying to get back in this game.
Ellsworth again. He can't be quiet for too long. He might be the biggest mismatch on that sideline for the Patriots.
Staying with the same formation, split back set. Oh, here comes the rush, and Boyer is brought down deep in the backfield by Jacoby, and a huge zero blitz there. Gets home. A 10-yard loss on that sack.
Very late shift by the Jets. I think he might have caught him right before he snapped. I don't think he came out in that formation. So it was just enough to catch VBD off guard with the zero blitz.
Yeah, really great timing there to change that up just the last second to that zero blitz. As Springs gets the ball in space and tries to get something, but is brought down quickly and brings up a huge 3rd and 16.
I really think the deep ball will be open against this Jets secondary. It's going to pull VBD a little bit out of his comfort zone. He likes the shorter passes. He likes the dump offs. I mean, we see it at Springs there. I think he's got the time. He needs to look for guys like Tyreek Hill Godwin, he's got the time. If he can get the time, he's going to have a man open downfield.
And with guys like Godwin and Hill with so much speed, and even Ellsworth, who's good at deep routes, what a huge sack there by McKinley. That time he had the time, just no one was open. But with those two guys, you think you just try and stretch the field a little bit more.
Oh, absolutely. But third and long is not the time to start calling out the deep ball, man. I mean, it's like the defense is totally expecting it. He can just drop back, play very safe, and come up and make the tackle if necessary, but you don't have to worry about it if you got a star pass rusher like Tack McKinley.
And it brings up a huge field goal here. And it's up and it's good. But like you're saying, I don't think the deep ball is what you'd want to do there. I think if I were in that situation, I would have tried to, perfect scenario, perfect world. I would have tried to dump it off and actually do one of those dump offs. Try and get what I can and maybe give myself a chance to try and have an option to go for it on fourth down 13 points in the midway through the fourth quarter.
That's a good point.
Another hit there by Derwin James, man.
And that's what's kind of weird is not a lot of teams are going to come out with their starters in special teams. But when you have the hit stickers, you have the enforcers, you're out there whenever you get the chance to be because you get a chance to knock the ball out and, another shot on goal, essentially, if you're playing soccer.
And I didn't even know you could do that until I played Jack, in the NFC Championship, I think it was, when I saw, I think it was Sweat coming down the line against my returner who's like, 70 overall. Just like, oh my goodness,
He's got no chance. He had no chance.
No
Poor
chance
kid.
at all.
Kid just tried. He was like, wow, okay, thanks, coach. Appreciate you putting me in here. This is a fun time.
Yeah, and of course, I took it out. Didn't even think about the possibility of somebody like that being down there. Sure, my returner was pissed at me, but 2nd and 8 here. Jets cannot afford another turnover. They have decent momentum right now. Still have a little bit of it. Darnold with time. Going deep to Ebron. Ebron pulls it down in double coverage. What a catch there. I thought he was going to go underneath. Had a man open, but goes deep down the field to Ebron. Ebron able to pull it in.
That one blows my mind. You got to see the slant open against man coverage. He had him wide open, had his man by about 2 or 3 steps, but he goes to his tight end and trusts him. Ebron comes through in the clutch. What a catch.
Ebron comes through in the clutch again here. After that, he had that tip drill catch for a touchdown, and now he pulls it down in traffic on a huge 2nd down. Barkley back in the game now. Tries to break it out to the outside. Unable to get anything. Gets about a yard there. 13 rushes, though. 54 yards. 2 touchdowns for Saquon Barkley. If he's healthy right now, I don't know. I think you just continue to feed him. Try and wind this clock down a bit.
I agree. I think, I don't know. I mean, you're up 2 scores. Yeah, I mean, I think you go for it. This is a divisional game. I was thinking maybe you pull him, but no. I think you just gotta do what's best. You gotta go with the rock, pound the rock with your workhorse.
Huge sack there by Khalil Mack, 2nd one of the game, and they try and get the 1st down. 2nd and 8, they try and pass the ball. Nothing really open, and Darnold has to take that sack. And a 3rd and 16 coming up. Huge sack there by Khalil Mack.
Now this is going to take some awareness here by Darnold to see aware that his man Khalil Mack just got into the zone. You don't want to get hit by that man again. You don't have
hit. No.
He's going to be coming for you hard. Wow, never mind. Take that back.
You are very far ahead.
My apologies.
Okay. Darnold throws it away. 3rd and 16, nothing open. I think you just have to run that ball there at that point because now the clock is stopped. Yeah. With maybe if you ran the ball, you'd be able to take it down to the 2-minute warning, but the clock stops, and now the Patriots 2:40 left to go. It's still down 2 possessions, but all their timeouts, 2-minute warning, and the way they've been able to move the ball quickly, they still have a chance in this one.
Nothing good can happen on 3rd and 16. And my shock was Khalil Mack getting double teamed and smashed into the turf. It was kind of funny to watch actually. After I'm talking him up, man, he's in the zone, and then smack.
Coming hard, and actually McKinley now is coming hard as well, and gets a sack. Jets with 3 sacks on the day. I'm surprised to see that they are the ones with the most sacks in this one. After the Patriots have Chris Jones and Khalil Mack, but so far the Jets defense is really coming to their own in the 2nd half.
Jack McKinley, man, what a monster. Josh is one of the few people I think that can actually make that play with him. He's a big threat.
Oh, and it's intercepted. McKinley in his face, and Josh will just take it down to the 28-yard line. But huge interception. Secondary finally makes a play after they missed two interceptions attempts earlier in this one, and that should hopefully do it for this Jets team, up 10 points in plus territory.
You got to hate that if you're Boyer, man. Boyer, he's a real surgeon with the football. Doesn't like to take those risks. Only passes to guys he knows he trusts, and that's one where your tight end lets you down. He had him in coverage that he wanted, and he thought he was going to go for the jump ball. Because like you want to at least see your tight end make a play on it. Just swat it to the turf, do something. But man, just terrible effort there on that play, and results in an interception.
Well, what's crazy is after that first drive or two with Ellsworth, we had those two touchdowns. He's really been quiet and has even been lackluster in production, and he's made some bad plays in the second half. And I don't know if it's an adjustment by the Jets, but he's kind of been disappointing here in the second half.
No doubt. For a guy that can command an argument, a very strong argument for the best tight end in the XCFL right now, you want to see him make more plays. You got to count on your playmakers, especially in this offense. It's very tight end friendly. You just hate to see it.
Oh, and a sack. Jets trying to pass for it, up 10 points. I'm surprised they don't just run it again. Still in field goal range, but with the wind at their back, so hopefully they'll make this.
It's not the worst thing. It really is not the worst thing taking a sack in that situation. You force New England to burn their timeout because you don't want to go ahead and force a bad pass and it be intercepted or it be swatted and then you stop the clock and save them a timeout. I think it's a good sack there. It's not an ideal situation to be throwing, but he's not the one calling the play. It's more on the coach at that point.
No, but he was in the middle of his lineup, so he was going to let that go to somebody. If anybody's really open, who's to know unless you go look back and look at it. But with the sack that big, if it took him out of field goal range, you're punting the ball back, and yes, you burn the timeout, but then you're only down 10 points. It's still pretty much game here at that point. But I don't know why you don't just run the ball there and play it safe. Maybe I'm a different coach, but it worked out for them. Still worked out for them.
It did. Sometimes, like I said, Josh, he can't be questioned, man. He risks it for the biscuit. He does what he wants to do. He is a man of his own, and he's like a majestic beast. Like you can't cage a unicorn. Josh is a unicorn. He's a weird talking, kind of odd teeth looking unicorn, but he's still a unicorn. We love our Euros. Thank you so much for doing what you do. I mean, they really some of our best users because they play ungodly times that we would probably balk at if we were in their shoes. So, it's good to see him go out here and put such a good effort out.
Yeah, what time is it there for him right now?
I don't even want to know. It's 6, I think 6 or 7. It's 6 or 7 hour difference. So 8 would have been, it's like 2 or 3 in the morning, I think, down there or up there in the British Isles.
Wow, that is nuts to think about. But here he is playing well against a division rival, up 13 points. Most likely going to come away with the win here.
And very likely has a couple beers in him, knowing Josh.
Yeah, that late he probably does. And it's intercepted there by Mosley, and that'll just about do it there. No timeouts left. Jets can deal it until the game is over. And Boyer, after starting out really hot in this one, didn't have an incompletion until his maybe 7th or 8th throw, and had like 2 touchdowns, but since then thrown a lot of bad throws, 2 interceptions, been sacked. Really poor second half here by this Patriots team. Only 3 points in the second half.
That's what I was thinking. That's probably going to be the stat of the game. There's only 3 points in the second half. That's a monster collapse. I think they had a 7-point lead at one point, but then they just weren't able to come through. The offense, I think the defense just played better. I think they might have underestimated this New York Jets defense, especially Takk McKinley coming in with some good sacks there at the end. It's tough Jets team, I think we'll see this year.
And if you look back on it, really the turning point in this game was that goal line stand the Jets finally had. The Patriots offense was unstoppable, and the Jets finally stopped them on that goal line stand, 3rd and goal, the second time they were there. And I think after that, the Patriots' offense was just never the same.
Absolutely. I think that really was the turning point. Sometimes it changes. You can point to a direct moment when it completely changed the flow of the game, and that was one. And I think another one was, let's see here.
Was it the Ebron touchdown?
Yes,
That's
the
what I was
Ebron.
thinking. Yeah.
That was huge. That was huge because you're going into half. That could have been a pick. If that's a pick, oh man, totally different game. Totally different ball game.
Yeah, if that's a pick, the Patriots get all the momentum in the world back, and the Jets will get the ball back. But at that point, you give the Patriots defense a lot of confidence going to that second half that they gave up some big plays, but they don't, and they score a touchdown.
Evening, Governor.
And
we do have
Josh
the game coach here joining us. Coach, how you doing?
All right, how are you?
Doing real good, Josh. What time is it there for y'all? We were trying to figure that out.
Just turned 1 a.m., so not too late for a Friday night.
Not too late to play some Madden. You played well today, so I gotta ask, what was your thought process? What were you thinking after Ebron made that touchdown, that tip drill touchdown?
But God is on my side.
Destiny.
The Bud Lights have took full effect.
Took full effect.
Yeah. And I think, do you know that touchdown that VBD scored where my safety just missed it? That infuriates me when that happens. But so I was thinking it must be time that I get a bit of looks sometimes, and I got quite a few lucky things that game, that being obviously the main one.
Yeah, there was that one, and then there was a time where Barkley just trucks Jamal Adams, actually trucks him into the end zone. He just had a string of, of plays where you're just like, wow, that's just, I would have tried that, but it worked for him. So
the kick return touchdown as well, like never score kick returns.
That one too.
But
yeah, Lasley, dude. That's what I was talking about in the middle of the game, dude. Like what? Okay, I want to see, like, what were you seeing in Lasley when you first picked him up and you made not Lashley, because you have two Jordan L's on your team. Jordan Lashley is your safety. Jordan Lasley is your receiver. What was your thoughts when you picked him up off the waiver wire? It's like week 1, season 1 of this cycle. Like, I mean, I cut him. I was like, that's a bum. I don't want him on my roster. And then you go out and get Gallup, who was another sleeper. What do you see in receivers? Give us just a little dot of the secret sauce.
I definitely don't have the secret sauce. I'm not like Jack with the cornerback factory.
Yeah, he produces some quality.
Yeah, they just seem, as long as you've got one that's reasonably big and reasonably fast, it's like you can, don't know, they seem to do all right. But yeah, he just seemed to have a good game with. We've got that good secondary for the Patriots. It's often some guys that you don't expect will come up and make big plays. So that's what he did a couple of times. But yeah,
I got one.
I want you to put some respect on Barkley's name because he's got 94 trucking. The young lad.
Oh, wow. I didn't even know he had trucking.
Obviously, no abilities, but yeah.
Yeah. That is impressive. I mean, he put Adams on his ass. That was a hell of a play. I think it was kind of one of those like just revenge type plays. It was a good game, all around. I do have one question though, and this kind of went through my head: is what and how many things, how many holes would you put in the wall? How many things would you have thrown if Kyle Juszczyk at age 402 ran that kick return that you squibbed for whatever reason, giving him the ball in like perfect position? Like you're like, hey, we'll just squib it here. And then what if he had run that all the way back? Cashman whiffs on the tackle. He runs it back, ties up the game, 24-all going into halftime. What would you have done?
That's just typical me. So I don't know what I'd have done, but I got confused as to whether the clock starts as soon as you kick the ball or not. So I thought, 6 seconds, we'll just kick it. One of his fat linemen will pick it up and I'll just tackle him. But obviously, I was a bit panicked when I saw him pick it up.
It's open field too. Like he had the lane, he was going. I mean, he was cooking, and then Cash, like no.
I think I was lucky there was a 90 speed something chasing him instead of just a average guy.
Seriously. All right.
Thanks for broadcasting it. It was good.
Yeah, thanks for a good game. You played well, and your whole team played well, and good job, man. Good win.
Thank you. See ya.
Cheers, Josh.
And after that, that'll just about do it. So, just before we go, real quick, who was your player of the game?
Wow, that's a great question. My player of the game, I got to give it to Jordan Lasley. I think Lasley played a hell of a game, had two huge catches, had that one post route catch, and then he ran the kick return back, which to me, again, was another huge turning point in the game. You know, you get that kick return touchdown, you tie up the game, and that really was what swung the momentum. You need players like that, not your number one stars. You need your secondary stars like Lasley to show up big, and he showed up big today. Great game for the kid.
Great game, but I think I'd have to give it to Saquon Barkley. He is the star for the Jets. You know, he's probably their best player, but he just made play after play, and if it wasn't, he had the big touchdowns, but he had those little runs where he would stop in the backfield and then he would make a super juke, and get a couple extra yards or get a key first down, on that one angle route where he just pulls it down with Derwin James right in his face. I just think he played without, outside himself, that, played above what he normally does, even with all those safeties and all those players on the Patriots defense.
Oh yeah, I mean you got to put that on a poster when Saquon running over a truck, not a juke, not a spin, a truck, trucking the hell out of Jamal Adams, who's in a Patriots jersey. You got to put that on a poster, man. That's artwork. That's going to be on every New York fan's wall tonight. I don't know who's printing it. I don't know what store is going to do it, but man, they're going to have a lot of money if they can get it pulled off. That's a great play there. I think that's something that'll define a season when you look back at it.
I was just gonna say that's something that's gonna this early in the season. There's something that's just gonna set your team up to try and kind of gain some momentum on the year and maybe make a run. You have all the pieces, and after a play like that, it just gets the energy going. You kind of saw it in the game. The momentum just completely swung after that, and you felt like the Patriots were just too far down to really come back.
I agree. I think it was a very key moment. I think that you gotta look back at moments like that in the game and in your season, and when things get tough, you start fighting with teammates or whatever. Just remember those moments, and that'll be what gets you through those tough times.
Definitely, and I think that'll just about do it here. Final from this one, 33-20, New York, and that'll bring these two teams to 2-2. Jets with the division lead at the moment. Thank you for everybody for tuning in on this XCFL Week 4 matchup. Week 5 will get going underway shortly. Get those games in, and we'll see you next time. See you guys.
Later, dudes.